Hey, Eric Sider here, and in this video I'm going to be repotting some root-bound fruit trees. These were a discount find at Lowe's, and like most things at the big box stores, they're not going to be in the best quality, but we can always do our best to bring them back to health. So this is a fig here that was originally 50 bucks, marked down to $12, and we got a pomegranate that was 35, marked down to 12. So that was a nice little surprise. And what we're going to be potting them into are these root trapper fabric pots designed by Dr. Carl Whitcomb, who's out of Oklahoma, done extensive research on planting trees and growing trees in pots, and Billy Bond and I think Stefan Sav-a-chick both reference him in their videos. So this is a 10-gallon pot with handles, and originally I got this one because it was the smallest size that was taller than the pot that they're currently in. But then I was watching some videos where I forget the guy's name, but he basically cut down. He was repotting his fruit trees back into the original pots. He was cutting down a third of the bottom roots and off the sides, and they didn't seem to suffer any issues. So could have done that with smaller 5 or 7 gallon pots, but anyway, we'll do what we got to do. I got some potting mix here. I did 2 parts compost to 1 part perlite, just mostly to make it lighter so it's easier to move around when inevitably it will need to get shifted. And this is the first batch of compost from the Urban Chicken Tractor on steroids. So if you haven't seen those videos, I recommend them. It's a great way to feed your chickens and get compost in a small space. Okay, so the information that's important about root-bound pots, and we can go ahead and take this guy out, is basically the issue is once the roots start wrapping around or kinking, basically they're never going to straighten out after that point. And if you've ever planted a root-bound vegetable or herb seedling, and then once it's died and you might go to pull it out of the ground, it's still basically the same shape as the pot, and that's why. So a little more difficult to root prune plants than it is trees, but so what Dr. Whitcomb recommends is basically to trim any roots that are circling or kinked, and so I'm going to do a bit of that, but also after watching the video where the guy just shaved down the outside, and basically there's so many wrapping around that I think that might be the go. So worst case, we lose 12 bucks. Best case, we get a tree that's a lot healthier. And the reason it's going in the pot is because I'm more or less treating everything at the moment like a rental property. So if it needs to come with me, I can take it with me, or if I need to sell it, I got a movable tree rather than putting it in the ground. All right, let's get into it. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off a little bit of the bottom. Get a little wormy in there. And now we're gonna do kind of shave the sides down. Let's see, this maybe, let's try the rice knife. All right. Definitely was not cleanest operation there. Actually, let's see. Get my little snippers out here. So the whole point of these bags here is the roots go out and get trapped in the fabric, and then they stop growing and they send more roots out. So you get a very robust, dense root system. And the advantage is you can always take it out of the pot and plant it in the ground if you want, and the roots will be ready to go. All right, let's do the pomegranate now. All right, so these are quite a bit bigger than the original tree, so we can see so yeah, I have to I'll remove this once the figgy looks like he's situated. Give these guys a good water and then keep them probably out of the sun for a week or so, just to help them recover, and then we'll check back in about a month and see how we did. All right, so it's been a month. Not the best time of year to show the positive effects of the process, as the persimmon has basically dropped all its leaves and it's yellow, but there is new growth. And just to confirm, I did check the persimmons that are growing in the neighborhood, and they're all yellowing and dropping their leaves as well. And the fig as well is going to start dropping its leaves, but we got new growth, and everything's looking pretty good. I think there are going to be some happy trees come spring. All right, so there you go. If you got those root-bound discount rack fruit trees, or you just need to repot some trees of your own, there you go. Process is not too hard. New shirts in the store. If we don't fix the soil erosion problem, nothing else that seems important is gonna matter. And if you're in need of permaculture consultation or design, links for all that will be below. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.